Out here in my new greenhouse. Whenever I'm gardening, I like to focus on a very singular focus. So if I'm putting down mulch like I just was a few moments earlier, I like to have and practice holding a single thought in my mind. And the reason I do this is because as we go about the day, we're thinking a million thoughts a second. Our mind's trying to go in a million different directions. And we lose control of our ability to focus. We lose control of our ability to direct our mind. Our mind is not meant to be the one in control. It is meant to be the one that is directed by the higher self, whatever you want to call that, okay? The highest component of you, okay? The most divine aspect of you, or you could even say God, okay? And when our mind is going on a rampage and it's out of control, what happens is our life becomes anxiety and fear and stress and paranoia and worry and all the traumas of our past and all the anxieties of the future. That's how our life shapes into when our mind is just rampaging on the loose, like a wild boar, just tearing everything up. But when we practice holding a singular thought, okay, it's called single pointed focus, right? Single pointed focus. You're trying to focus in a singular direction, not a million directions at once like we always want to go, but a single pointed state of focus, right? And so sometimes that could just be a word, right? Sometimes I use the word victory, victory, victory. If I'm doing something that I don't really want to do, but I know I need to do it, it's victory, victory, victory. That's all I'm thinking. I'm just thinking victory, 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 victory. It's a very powerful word. You can think anything, really. You could think peace. You could think presence. You could think awareness. You could think happiness. You could think whatever thought you want to think. You could think I am, or you can think God, God, God. You can do whatever you want. But the point is, when you learn to train your mind to focus in a singular direction, you will gain so much power over all the nonsense that attempts to bombard you and sabotage you from taking action and achieving all the things that you want to achieve in your life. So practice single-pointed awareness, especially when you're doing the tasks like laundry, gardening, yard work, any sort of hard labor task. If you're in the trades, when you're doing those trades, any sort of task that allows you to kind of get into a state of trance, right? If you're painting a wall, for example, you get into a state of trance. If you're chopping wood, you tend to get into a state of trance. If you're just staring at a fire, you get into a state of trance. If you're mopping the floor, if you're digging a hole, whatever it is that you're doing, you're going to be at the mercy of your mind unless you learn how to focus it into single-pointed awareness.